All right, we are back and we are here for our very last video for preparing for your best 2019 like ever. And by now, I hope you guys are really feeling confident about the way that your new year is going to look and how you are going to tackle all of the things that you want to tackle and how it's just so much more of an open, honest, comfortable, motivating space for you to work with for the rest of the year. So what we're going to work with today and what we are going to finish off this workshop with are two things that you can carry along with you for the rest of the year. We're going to create or find your word of the year and set your intentions for the year. And these things are things that you are going to commit to today. It doesn't mean that you can't add some later on, but today you are going to commit to being able to look back at the end of the year and say, okay, I did that. I stayed true to that. I was committed. I made it work for myself, because it's so important for us to figure out now what we want for the rest of the year. So it's 6 steps. Let's get started. All right, step number 1. I want you to place yourself all the way at the end of December 2019, and I want you to be in reflection mode. I want you to think about what you've done in the past year, who you are as a person, who are you at that very moment, what have you accomplished, what do you feel. Look at yourself from the perspective of being in the very end of 2019. Who do you want to be in that very moment? I want you to take note of who that person is that you hope to be in a little less than 365 days. Step 2, what are the characteristics of that person? Start taking notes as to maybe what has changed, what habits you've made, what they're feeling. What about that future you do you in the present look up to? What do you want to be like? What are you looking forward to being able to say, yeah, that's me. December 2019, I identify as that person, and the characteristics and the habits and the energies that I hold. Step 3, I want you to go back to your lists from when we created your vision board and just look over what was there and pull out the things that really stand out to you. Now, I want to remind you, there were 6 sections. The sections were livelihood and lifestyle, body and wellness, creativity and learning, relationships and society, essence and spirituality. So if you threw out your lists, which I hope you didn't, because they're supposed to help you, look at your vision board, write down whatever pops out at you from those sections. All right, so I want you to look at everything that you have, all of the notes from your vision board, from your section lists, from who you are at the end of 2019, and I want you to circle 5 things that pop out. It may pop out just because it's something that you can't stop looking back to. It may just be really important to you and something that you've committed to. It may be something that repeats a lot. For me, I had a lot of the same thing come up in different areas of my life. I want you to find 5 and circle them. Step 5. Okay, of those 5, which one stands out to you the most? Which one are you most attracted to? Which one just feels so right? And you don't have to be attached to the word or phrasing itself, but the feeling and the intention behind that word. That, my friends, star it, highlight it, whatever you want to do is your word of the year. And for the rest of 2019, you will be living your life attached to that word. With every decision you make, every action you make, you want to make sure that it is leading you in the path to accomplishing, to feeling, to achieving whatever it is, that word that you chose. That is your word of the year. Step 6. So I know you're like, well, I circled 5 and you gave me 1. I don't know what to do with the rest of them. It's okay. We are going to set intentions. So I want you to look at all 5 things. So 1 is already your word of the year, but look at all 5 things that really stood out to you. Those are the things that you are going to create intentions out of. And I think it's super important. Instead of saying, I will do this, I will, that kind of feels like it's in the future, but you don't really have a deadline. So you could be saying on December 30th, you could still be saying, I will, and whatever it is. You want your intentions to be in the now. So we are going to write them like affirmations. You are going to start them with I am. So for example, I wrote out my 5 intentions. My 5 intentions for 2019 are, first one, including my word of the year, which is flow. I am finding my flow and I plan on marrying it. I am forever coachable, finding love in learning through books, school, and my community. I am full of passion and will not let my responsibilities trump my love for the things that I do. I am dedicated to making the right choices for me, even if it means declining someone else's request. I am letting go of the need for control and certainty. I trust the universe and myself. So those are my 5 intentions set by different things that I found coming up a lot during our practices and our workshops in the past 7 days. I want you guys to be able to sit down, figure out the things that really came up, and set them as intentions, things that you are going to do, accomplish, feel in 2019. Because guess what? As we close out this workshop, 2019 is officially in your hands. Enjoy your year, guys.